Welcome to How I AI, the podcast featuring real people, real stories, and real AI in action. I'm Brooke Gramer, your host and guide on this journey into the real-world impact of artificial intelligence. For over 15 years, I've worked in creative marketing, events, and business strategy, wearing all the hats. I know the struggle of trying to scale and manage all things without burning out. But here's the game changer, AI. This isn't just a podcast. How I AI is a community, a space where curious minds like you come together, share ideas, because AI isn't just a trend, it's a shift. And the sooner we embrace it, the more freedom, creativity, and opportunities will unlock. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to How I AI. It's been so long since I've done a solo episode with you all. I've been in full interview mode because I've been approached by so many incredible guests. Plus, I've had some really fun media partnership opportunities here in Miami. So I've been really focused on consistently sharing those interviews and keeping that momentum going. Currently, at the time of this recording, it's February of 2026. 1 year ago, I started recording this podcast. So happy anniversary to How I AI. If you've been enjoying this show since we launched last year, take the time to rate or review it. It really means a lot to me and it helps the show find and reach more people. But today, I'm breaking down the OpenClaw moment that's happened this month. But I'm also going to catch you up on what I've been building in Miami, what's live inside BRXStudio right now, and how you can join me on February 24th for a free live podcast event featuring 3 female founders who are building with AI. But first, a quick what I'm reading segment before we jump in. I've been digging into a report called Consumer Trends 2026 from The New Consumer. It was launched by a business journalist, and they run a proprietary consumer trends survey. And their most recent survey was done in November of 2025 with over 3,000 US consumers. 2 AI-related takeaways really jumped out to me that I want to share. Number 1 is AI is becoming a new shopping doorway. The report says AI's impact on holiday shopping is still modest, but here's the wild part. Traffic from AI assistants to U.S. retail sites grew over 760% year over year from November 1 to December 1. That means AI tools are already sending shoppers places, like the new kind of search engine. I'm actually thinking of doing a whole podcast about AI and ecom, so if that's something you're interested in, let me know. The second thing that really stuck out from this 2026 Consumer Trends report was Gen Z trust is not a sure thing. The report shows that Gen Z isn't as confident as millennials that AI will improve Americans' lives. So adoption is growing, but confidence is uneven. And that matters for brands and creators trying to connect with younger audiences. This trends report is tracking real behavior. When they talk about AI assistant traffic, they're measuring shoppers clicking links from AI tools into retail sites. So this isn't just theory, it's an observable movement happening in the market right now. I'll link the full Consumer Trends report in the show notes so you can skim it yourself. A really quick tip while we're on the topic of ecom and AI. If you didn't know, back in September of 2025, OpenAI rolled out instant checkout. This lets customers buy from you inside ChatGPT. It's powered by the agentic commerce protocol. It's built by OpenAI and Stripe. So if you're already selling to consumers on things like Shopify or Etsy, you may already be eligible. If you want to be a part of instant checkout, you can apply as a merchant. I'll link the official instructions in my show notes below, but in a nutshell, it's really 3 easy steps to apply. You go to the merchant page and hit sign up. You submit the instant checkout application and just be ready to provide OpenAI a product feed so ChatGPT has accurate, up-to-date product info, and be ready to implement the agentic checkout API. All right, let's dive in and let's talk about what I've been learning about OpenClaw and why people are completely losing their minds. So, OpenClaw is an open source agent framework. You can access it by going to openclaw.ai. And here's the big deal. It became one of the fastest growing open source projects ever. It gained well over 150,000 stars on GitHub in just weeks and pulled in a huge global developer audience. For those of you who don't know, GitHub is like a giant library for open source code. It's where developers store, share, and collaborate on projects. You can download software from there, contribute improvements, or just take a peek at the code. And OpenClaw exploded because it's the first major open source AI agent that people can download and run on their own devices. And it can automate tasks, control software, and act on your behalf. That is well worth the hype, but it really does come with massive safety trade-offs. That means it can potentially read your emails, manage calendars, control your browsers, and even connect to messaging platforms like WhatsApp or Slack as an agent that actively decides what to do. People are installing it on separate devices like Mac Minis and treating it like a junior digital employee. This proves we are shifting from chat with AI to delegate with AI on a massive scale. But it's not fully replacing specialized agent platforms or workflow automation tools yet. Think of OpenClaw as an early DIY version. And dedicated platforms like Zapier or enterprise AI assistants can still offer reliability and user-friendly design. OpenClaw is more experimental and it's powerful, but still very risky. Part of the reason why it grew so much was this whole spectacle called Moltbook. It's this weird cultural moment, and I think it's brilliant marketing and PR personally. It's basically a Reddit-like social platform for AI agents where humans can watch and not participate, although I've read that some people have been able to hack in and pretend they're bots and participate. But this whole community-fueled viral moment really added gasoline to everything, where people were watching bots posting and interacting and upvoting. And this whole viral sensation really pulled attention, and attention fueled the adoption. If you want to learn more about OpenClaw and Clawbot, I'm going to link a YouTube video in the show notes called Master OpenClaw in 30 Minutes. This is going to walk you through how to manage repetitive admin tasks. But a quick PSA, I highly suggest you not attempt OpenClaw or Clawbots if you're not technical. Definitely don't install this on the same device that has your banking info, taxes, or client work or sensitive accounts if you aren't very specific with what you give it access to or know really how to dive into managing setting this up. You should be able to confidently be able to rotate your keys and audit logs. And definitely don't install this on a work laptop or anything connected to your company's systems. Okay, now let me transition into what I've been up to because it all connects. As AI agents gets more powerful, most people don't need more tools. They need more clarity. And that's what I've been building here in Miami. This past December, I hosted a live event called Vibe Code Your Vision, and it was one of the most favorite workshops I've ever done. I got to preview a framework that I vibe coded inside Google AI Studio. That's right, I finally started vibe coding on my own. And it's a process that I built around a Venn diagram, quiz, and intake experience that helps people find the overlap between who they are, what they're good at, what the market needs, and how AI can support them bring it to life. I've been quietly previewing this process with local groups in Miami, and the feedback's been incredible. So this is truly for anyone who's in a career or identity pivot. A lot of people have been reaching out to me saying, "Hey, Brooke, I want to leave my job, or I'm worried about job security. I know you know a lot about AI. How can you help me?" So if you're trying to figure out what you can build next, trying to ideate an offer or figuring out how to use AI without copying what everybody else is doing. This is going to help you find your next best step based on your actual life experience, because most people are trying to pivot right now, but they're really skipping that integration part. And this is why I created the Venn diagram experience. It's going to ask you questions about what you feel like you're really good at, what energizes you and brings you joy, what skills you can bring to the table based on your lived experience, and get clear on your ideal customer and figure out where there's a gap in the market, because you can have all these great ideas, but if it isn't something that people are willing to pay for, then you don't have a good business idea. So with that being said, check out my AI identity framework. This is all going to be linked in BRXStudio, which is my digital product studio built for non-technical founders adopting AI. And this is really where I share those practical frameworks and resources designed to turn AI curiosity into real momentum. Within there, you'll also see my AI Get Started guide. I have resources of my favorite custom GPTs, including a GPT I created specifically for this podcast, and more resources designed for founders and creatives who want AI support without getting overwhelmed. I have a lot more digital resources coming through the pipeline because honestly, AI isn't necessarily a skill problem. These things are very easy to use. Most people are stuck because they don't know how to figure out what matters right now and what to ignore and where AI actually fits into their real life. That's the work that I really care about. Okay, last but not least, I have a really exciting announcement to share about my next live event happening here in Miami, February 24th. It's going to be a live podcast taping of How I AI. I will be interviewing 3 incredible female founders who are building with AI. And if you're in South Florida, I'd love to see you there. If not, it will also be streamed live on my YouTube channel. This event is happening during Venture Miami Week, which takes over Miami with events for tech founders, investors, and builders who are paying attention to what's next. All the details and links I've shared today will be included in my show notes below, including the resources on OpenClaw, my stand store at BRXStudio, and how to RSVP to my upcoming events. I can't wait to share with you some upcoming interviews. I have some really exciting guests lined up, including Sandra from Onboard 60. So stay tuned with more to come. All right, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed reconnecting with me one-on-one, and I hope to see you next week. Take care. If you're tuning into this podcast, you're most likely an AI advocate, and you may have also wondered how to support your body against the invisible stress of EMFs. Think Wi-Fi, cell towers, or hours in front of your laptop. Lila Quantum products are lab-tested in triple-blind studies and are proven to help harmonize and neutralize EMF signals. Their products are the few things I felt a real energetic shift from. I personally wear their quantum energy necklace daily. And if you're someone who cares about optimizing your energy and nervous system like I do, explore their offers with my exclusive discount link below. Do you have a cool use case on how you're using AI and want to share it? DM me. I'd love to hear more and feature you on my next podcast. Until next time, here's to working smarter, not harder. See you on the next episode of How I AI.